Watch on TV.
Used to be able to pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Fully seated board. Only a couple things to note on the agenda. So we're not going to look at item 7 in the new business or item 2 in the charter school policy. Just they're not ready for prime time. So we're not going to do those things. I don't see any other reason to change anything on the agenda. Anybody else? No. All right. First thing is public comment on anything that's not on the agenda. Mr. Rust.
Thank you. I just thought I'd take a minute and introduce myself to you. I know a couple of you here, Mrs. Dowd taught my son first grade over at Corvallis, and know Dave from when I represented House District 88 in the North Valley, up Stevensville area though. But my name is Wayne Rusk, and I'm running for House District 86, which is this area, the Hamilton area here. And that's the seat that is currently held by Representative Beatty, who is both a friend and a colleague of mine. And I just wanted to say that I appreciated Dave's comments last meeting that had to do with inculcating citizenship and the role the public school plays in that. And wanted to add to that it's I believe it's a common beginning that roots our children in the nation, and it's a tie that binds them together as countrymen for the road ahead. So I support public school. I'd be glad to visit with anybody if you have any questions. And I just want to introduce myself and say that. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to run over to the Bedford building. There's another meeting over there I'm going to try and take in this evening. So thank you for that moment.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Vote of public comments. Okay. So those reports through here. No special presentations. We don't have anything like that. We don't have student council or anything. Food service.
So I think last Wednesday we had a few people from Mission West and OPI come down and did a Marinara Madness. They were pretty appreciative to sample some stuff, and the kids all enjoyed it. And in the packet, there was also a write-up from the farm to school specialist who's here in October. That was a write-up that she did for OPI, so you guys can read through it and try to see what's going on with farm to school over at Daly. That's about all I have. If anybody has any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Perfect. Any questions? Food service? All right. Thank you, sir. All right. Technology.
Yeah, thank you. Just real briefly, the only thing on my report that I'm actually happy to edit in real time here is under the online learning resources. We did actually finally get response from College Board, which is kind of a big deal because they do have quite a bit of our student data, and it took from, I think, September 5th until now to get them to sign on to a digital privacy agreement, and it's kind of cool because it's nobody else in the state has one of them yet, so I appreciate Ms. Lansky's help on that one, and yeah, that's the only thing I have other than what's in the report, so I'll have that one for you guys next month.
Awesome. Any comments for technology? All right. Keep on moving on. Finance.
So the February claims and warrants are in the packet, as well as the December cash and reconciliation reports. We had a $5,000 donation from the Jane Beeman Foundation for Keystone. We've been working with the insurance adjuster for some of the wind damage that happened in December, and he just submitted his report to the insurance, so we'll know more on what they will cover. And then I've been working on the tuition for fiscal year 27, so for next year, inputting the out-of-district students that we have, and then calculating costs on, estimating costs on how much we will end up paying out. And thank you to Jennifer Burdett she's been coming over from the high school and helping out with the district office. And it's been a lot of help because she is an expert in IC, so. Right, that's, if there's any questions.
Sounds good. All right. Any questions for finance? All right. Maintenance custodial.
I think big thing coming up is hopefully spring break, the plan is to get the wall up in the high school finally, the trackable wall. That's been like for what, 3 years now, 4 years, however long it's been. I think Ryan started the process. We got that, and then, we've had one of the rooftop units that we put up with the ESSER funds, was kind of backfiring, basically, hard firing is what they were calling it. And Garden City's worked really good with us, trying to figure out why this is going on, and they're in contact with the manufacturer to figure out why we got this, so we're working on that. Lots of other little problems right now, but always between the shoulder seasons, you get lots of things popping up, so.
Perfect.
Jamie, this seems minor, but sitting at the divisional tournament last weekend and actually having those kids or whatever emptying those garbage cans constantly, that makes us look good. Thank you.
Okay, yep, no, the crew worked real hard on holding on, taking care of that place, so.
Excellent. Any questions for custodial maintenance? No? Transportation?
Transportation side, obviously, we're finishing up with winter, sports, getting ready to roll into the spring sports, which is absolutely our busiest time of the year for sports as well as field trips. Still a few field trips going on right now, but we're just kind of getting everything geared up for that spring stuff. Ground side, it's been a busy couple of weeks. We've been trying to get everything ready to go for softball, track, everything in the sports complex. Bunch of little projects coming together. Kind of this week's gonna be a little hectic. We got the new softball shed that the high school's been building over there the last couple of years for sheds. We got the softball shed moving tomorrow. The ticket booth that Kathy was talking about is one of the things that was damaged in that windstorm. Ripped the roof off of that. That'll be being moved tomorrow as well. The new ticket booth is already ordered, hopefully to be here in a couple of weeks. The communications, we've been working with Mike. We got the fiber optic coming from the stadium down to the concessions for softball down there. Hopefully, if everything comes together, he's gonna pull both those in this Friday, the piping for it, conduit. And then Mike will be somewhat handing it over to him to get the fiber optic pulled in. The batting cage down at softball, we extended to 15 feet. Travis ordered new netting for it, so we'll be getting that kind of up and rolling and cleaned up. And we've got our guy, Peanut coaches, Travis has been working for us last couple of summer or years for softball. Been doing a really good job helping us get everything ready to roll. We should be, it's kind of a kudos of last year and this year. Hopefully, if everything works out, be the first couple that we've actually been able to practice on the varsity field first day of practice, because it's usually a late bed out there. So, I'm done with it.
Where are you located in the storage shed?
Between the two east fields on the gravel out there.
Okay.
So, and it's totally portable, I mean, so if for some reason we need to move it, we can move it, just like all the rest of the sheds, so. But it'll be nice to get the softball stuff out of the concession building and get that cleaned up. Travis will be using that for the refs and everything, to have a nice spot for them. So everything's kind of, the shift of everything is really helping. And the old football shed that we had, we got the new shed from them last year, so that one where Jamie and I took over for maintenance and everything. We have all the equipment for the groomer for the stadium and everything else, so we got a lot of equipment down there. So we're working on that. That shed was also damaged in the storm, so we're working on getting it to be re-sided, re-roofed, trying the best we can, get everything looking the same and best we can, so we look good.
What's the status on the bus?
With the motor,
rebuild motor?
talked to him just today, did not get the answer I was really hoping for. I was hoping they were close to turnkey done, but they're having trouble with Caterpillar getting the engine here. So, well, up there, I told him asked him where it was, it said Illinois, tell me where it is, I'll go get the dang thing. But that's her, but they're still working on it. So I'm hoping to get it done within 2-3 weeks, but I can't control that part.
Are we gonna be all right without it for all the stuff coming up?
Oh, yeah. I mean, first
That
of
was
all,
softball.
we'll be okay, but yes, I'm stressed about it. So, but we'll be fine.
Okay, any more questions for transportation grounds? All right, legal human resources?
Just a general overview. I've been working with Dave quite a bit on some administrative issues and the usual staff and student matters that come up within the buildings, helping some of our staff with, or teachers at least, with a lot of releases and waivers for some really cool field trips that are coming up. Working on levy stuff, lots of parenting plans still coming in, court orders that we've had to work on. And I've been in touch with our insurance company on a few issues and outside counsel. Also, we have the steady stream of HR things that need attention, so lots of leaves and complicated stuff in that area, but thanks to Jim Pitzinger for always making it as easy as possible.
Sounds good. All right, legislative communications, I think you're gonna talk about the superintendent. Yeah, perfect. Principals, Wendy, you get to go first.
So first, my student director, or director of student services report, I got that to Kathy late, so that's why it wasn't part of the packet, so sorry about that. I don't really have anything to add to that one, besides what you see on there. For the Washington report, one of the big things I wanted to highlight was our FFE helped make it so that we had our food for families on Valentine's Day, and so they always find a bunch of people to bring in different like fruits and other breakfast things. And then we always have somebody out there like making pancakes and whatnot. So that was really nice to have, and we had a really good turnout for that. And then the only other part that I'll add to that is right now, I just counted it to double check. We have 36 kids signed up for what we now will be calling our early intervention program for next year, because that's what the state would like us to change the name to. But we have 36 right now signed up, which is really good. We're doing our screenings on April 20th, so there's still a lot of time to sign up between now and then, and they can always sign up afterwards too.
Fantastic.
That's it.
Wendy, why are we getting so many, like this month? And for the number of special students?
Some of it is we've had a lot of students move in from other places, like other towns
Wow.
around our state or nearby. The high school has had a huge influx of students this school year. The middle school just recently had a whole bunch move in as well. Our special, like for evaluations for special education services, I feel like are about the same as last year. As far as that number goes, and about the same number of kids qualifying, but we've had a lot of kids move in. Most of them seem to have IEPs already, or we're all very much in need of an evaluation.
Sounds good. Any other questions? I think you're currently looking for 0 para.
Yes, that's
Just-
exciting
I'm
too.
surprised that
Yeah,
wasn't
sorry, I
highlighted.
know, I really just skimmed over that one because I was like, there really isn't that much change, but yes, as of today, actually, I'm looking for 0, and we should all knock on something because
That's,
inevitably something will happen, but.
yeah, I was figuring that might be bolded.
No, sorry.
So, no, that's awesome. All right, any other questions for Washington for special services? All right, Andrea?
Okay, in addition to what is in our packet, I just wanted to highlight a couple of thank yous. The first one to the trauma department at Bitterroot Health for donating some new ski helmets. We just wrapped up our last ski trip on Friday. So we're really appreciative of those for students so that they keep their little heads safe as they're out there crashing around. And then the other thank you, we have our parent-teacher conferences starting tomorrow, and our FFE is providing meals for our staff for one of those nights, and we're always really grateful when they do that because they provide amazing stuff. It's a surprise, so I can't thank them specifically yet, but we're always grateful for the work that they do because it's a small group this year.
Excellent. All right, any other questions for middle school? All right. Charter, you ready?
Yeah,
Go
sure.
for it.
In my board report, I submitted a narrative from one section of the framework that was due on February 27th. It really outlines kind of where we've been and where we hope to head, where we're headed and why. Kind of in a nutshell, we're looking at our mission-specific goal. They let us revise that goal. Initially, we had submitted 3 goals, and we kind of distilled it down to 1, and basically it's improved the amount of workforce-ready opportunities that we offer to the students at the charter school, and specifically separate from the opportunities that exist currently within the district. And I think that's a big push that we're making to kind of make us a school that stands alone, and that's really what we've learned the Board of Education wants these charter schools to be. And so we're really striving to meet what their vision of these charter schools need to be, and we're also trying to be realistic with expectation versus reality when you're launching a school, and it does take some time, but I think we do have a pretty good direction, and this is where we this narrative kind of outlines where we hope to go. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions on that. We had an OSHA training today, by the way, OSHA 10 at Washington. We had 5 charter school students and 13 high school students at Washington all day, and we'll finish that up tomorrow. So that's just one of those short and sweet opportunities that help kids get a certification or a credential that helps them have a leg up as they enter the workforce.
Excellent. Okay, any questions for Ryan? Marlon?
I just want to highlight a couple of things. Number 1, we took 15 students to Academic World Quest. Thanks to Mr. DeLong, Ms. Mansley, and Mr. Lund for doing that. Our site's looking at people in their 8th straight state title. February 19th, Montana State University in Bozeman. They are currently getting ready to, the trip's basically planned to the University of Southern California over Memorial Day weekend. We actually will be bringing our seniors back Saturday, because graduation is Sunday. Juniors will be taking the ACT, they're the only ones at school on April 8th, and we'll be doing our training on March 13th for that. And we have parent-teacher conflicts as well. Hosts are starting tomorrow and Thursday with our FFP providing supporting for our leaders, so thank you to them.
Fantastic. So that's a long streak.
I'm just saying, I don't think there's any street that gets even close.
Oh, well, they actually thought they lost.
There's a fun story.
Oh, yeah, I've heard, so you can speak about it, because it's crazy.
They were devastated, and then they found out they won, and Missoula Big Sky lost, and they're at the same restaurant in Butte. It was kind of crazy. So, yeah, big streak, over 9 years, so that's pretty exciting.
It's pretty crazy. So anyways, awesome. Go ahead with the science. So activities, go for it.
Sorry I didn't get a board packet in. Just want to really shout out to all of our workers for that divisional tournament. It went really well. Shout out to Jess and the Booster Club concessions. Ken and Anne-Marie Canwisher did the hospitality room. Al and Jody Mitchell with the Chamber of Commerce helping with the programs and everything. And then just the countless amount of workers, volunteers that help with all of our tournaments that we put on here, but especially that basketball one brings in more people than any other tournament, right? It's our biggest one by far. Just really thankful for all the people that are just give up the whole weekend to come help us put that on, and it's awesome. It's a lot of fun, and I'm really proud of the group that helped put that thing on. And then we ran into spring sports yesterday with the parent meeting. Exciting to see the pack was full. So I'm excited to see on Monday our numbers that come out for spring sports and just roll into the next thing. So, but if you have any questions, just let me know.
Travis, I missed, it just seemed like this divisional tournament had more people than even usual.
It felt like it.
We lucked out with Browning being there in the morning and the afternoons. It just seemed, it was full for those games.
Yeah, it was some of our best crowds, some of the best environment we've had. Like last year, the Class B tournament brought in, I think, $23,000 a gate. We had a close to $54,000 a gate over the weekend and stuff. So that shows a little bit of it. And it's anytime in the Western A, anytime Browning's good, you get big crowds. They love to travel. That community loves basketball, and they love to travel and support their teams, and it's awesome. And so, yeah, it was fun. It was a great environment, and honestly, the crowd control was fun too. It wasn't even that bad. We had some of the best officials and just top to bottom. It was awesome. It was a good weekend.
Good deal.
Oh, and then this upcoming week, next week with Spurs Club is our inclusion week, and we will be having our, we usually do it every 2 years, an inclusion assembly that's put on by the Spurs group, and that'll be Wednesday. So that'll be exciting to see and see our school come together for that.
Fantastic. Cool. All right, any questions for activities? All right. Yeah.
Okay, a couple of updates. The Bridge Health is actually official now. It was approved just this week by the state auditor. So now districts will be getting not only our medical coverage, but they are offering ancillary coverage options. So we'll be looking at those and moving forward with Bridge. So our strategic plan, the administrative team has been working on our student performance analysis. We have looked at and really drilled down on to two major themes that we're finding. One theme is that we've had strong graduation rates for quite a while. I think that is due to the ability of our district to pivot and offer unique opportunities for kids when they are struggling or looking for something different. We're able to maintain engagement and keep them going. One area that we really are talking a lot about is assessment consistency, having some sort of a tool to measure learning from kindergarten through 12th grade, really to honestly monitor the success of our system and our students and be able to intervene when we need to as a system so it's more proactive. So that's an area that we talked for a couple hours today about that. And so it's a pretty lively discussion and good discussion and lots of good input. So that is developing. Our next area, we will be looking at information about the strength and quality of our relationships with our staff, our students, our community, and looking at developing some strengths and weaknesses from that evaluation, and then put some plans together to improve relationships where we need to put some time and effort into those. Ryan made reference to this. OPI accreditation was due on February 27th. Ryan had the lion's share of the work there, and we've submitted that to the OPI, so that is done. Something that I've been talking with the University of Montana about is a residency program. This is a version of student teaching. It is a year-long student teaching experience, which I think is probably the best way for a student teacher to learn how to be a teacher, or at least get started. So working through the logistics of that and look forward to being able to bring that into the district and offer the students that are in that program are actually paid from OPI a monthly stipend, and the mentor teacher is actually paid a $6,000 stipend for their work with that student teacher throughout the course of the school year. So I think this is a good representation of what it should look like for student teaching. I don't know that 15 to 18 weeks really does it justice. Yeah. And then next month, we will have a completed, updated emergency operations plan for your consideration. Thanks to Mr. Kimsey and the administrative team for digging into that and looking through all of the details and updating and refining that plan. So it was good work. The last thing is the levy communication. So we've had our school community relations team meeting and talking about getting the communication ready. So today was the day. We kicked this campaign off today. There was a letter to the community, very similar to the letter that I sent to staff. There's an informational sheet that has a QR code and a sample, a large sample of a postcard that we will send later on. The team has also been identifying partnerships within the community and opportunities to get out and talk with folks. And so already scheduling that, have some meetings with some of the reporters in the next couple of days, and we'll be talking about the levies. The team itself has done a really good job at really crafting and refining the message. And if you haven't checked it out, if you go to our website, it'll hit you, it'll pop up and direct you to the levy page and provide some information about why the campaign and why the request for supporting levies in the district. So questions about any of those items?
All right. Okay, sounds good. All right, cool. All right, so we'll keep on rolling. Any board meeting was kind of a quick governance meeting just to talk about basically what you're seeing in front of you. So nothing really other than that. So in your board packet, you have the consent agenda. So we have personnel reports, minutes, claims, out-of-district students, all the sheets, all that kind of stuff. Anything to note?
Just a couple of extra duty pay. Derek Smith is helping us cover additional hours in driver's education, both at the classroom level and on behind the wheel training. So he's been doing quite a bit of that. So approval for some additional hours to cover that. And then Katie Beneteau has a background in wildlife safety, and it's part of the area thing that we need to kind of work out the details. But in the event that we do, we would approve some hours for her to update her training so that she can train our students and potentially our staff on various CPR and wildlife safety certifications. Is that accurate, Ryan?
Yeah. Wilderness safety training and first aid for the charter schools kids specifically.
That sounds different than wildlife safety.
Yeah. So, cool. Any questions on the consent agenda? If not, can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda? Can I get a second? Any additional comments? All right, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. All right, next one, first one, item of old business, the Adele Court.
Yeah, so permit has been filed with the city and is in the process of being approved. And so you will see that come for you sometime soon and for your consideration. And we'll move forward on that project. Looks like sometime early summer, maybe late spring, that we might be able to get going on that.
I actually found a game on the ESPN app while I was screwing around looking for different wrestling matches last weekend. There's one crazy game. That is really whack. It's like ceilingless racquetball. It's some kind of crazy stuff. It'd be fun to play.
Yeah. So, okay, cool. Any other ones? All right. Go ahead with the ice rink.
The ice rink, if you've been following the newspaper and reading articles in the newspaper, the Hamilton Downtown Association has an agreement with the River Valley County Commissioners for a site that is not on the school district property. It is at the Big Corral Park on Kurtz Lane, and they are scheduled to do the install in the winter of 26-27. So that is not an issue for the district, at least at this particular time. So.
What's that gonna be? Right on the corner?
No, Big Corral, so like on Kurtz, it's, you know where there were supposed to be baseball fields out there on Kurtz, across from Daly, like more across from the.
Is that where it's gonna be, where they thought they might put these?
So if you also read, the county's had a meeting about Big Corral Park and what they want to do there, and so that whole area is being developed into a park from the county.
That's real close to Daly. I mean,
It's very close to Daly, yeah, it's right across the street from the gardens. So, but yeah, it's on,
North of Daly and Kurtz?
it's on east.
South.
East.
It's just if it's where the baseball fields were gonna
First
be.
one's north and south, right?
Yeah, so it's east, it's across, it's east.
East? Oh, is it across Kurtz?
Yeah, across the ditch.
That's not where we thought we were gonna put baseball fields, but that's where I thought anyway.
It's on those fields that are out there. Cool, all right, good stuff, all right, next one. So we just have a couple of advertising things. First one is recommendation to approve MOU for advertising at the HHS Sports Complex softball field with Hamilton Advanced Dentistry for a 3-year period. So this is just our advertising thing. I know legal wants to increase the rate for this one.
I was slightly bullied. I felt bullied.
If Eli would like to recuse himself from voting on this one, too, that would make me happy.
As long as there's not a voting on the increase, I'd like to recuse myself. If the number is consistent, I'll recuse myself. If it changes, we might have an interest.
So, with no changes to it, can I get a motion to approve this MOU?
I move that.
Motion, can I get a second? Second. Okay, any other discussion? All right, you're recused. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. Okay, next one, similar, it's a MOU for the softball field scoreboard with Aachen heating and cooling. Same thing, same stuff, except cheaper than. So, can I get a motion to approve this MOU? Can I get a second? Second. Any other discussion? All right, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. Okay, next one is something we've been doing for the baseball team. Approve and enter a primary use agreement with the city of Hamilton for the use of the Lester Wilson athletic field. So it sounds like they have a bunch of them. They're lined up at their city council meeting or something like that. So besides us, I mean, they have all the Babe Ruth things, and they sound like they're working on the fields and stuff like that. So those are some good things. But we're not gonna sell alcohol like they're gonna sell cocaine. They have that in there. I'm like, we're not doing that. So, cool. Can I get a motion to approve this primary use agreement?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Any other discussion? All right, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. All right. Next one is the Jumpstart program, which is another thing we've been doing for a while now. In the summer to include eligible rising third graders and staff permits eligible rising second graders. So that's the new part. So we've been doing this, I think, for 2 years, I believe.
This is the second year,
Yeah. So, can I get a motion to approve the holding of this Jumpstart program?
So,
Sorry.
Yeah.
We have a couple of public comments when you have time.
Okay, perfect. Okay, Mark, you want to be second?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's see, any other discussion? All right, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. All right, public comment?
I have 2 messages, it looks like, from the same user. One of them says, my property taxes have increased over 20% since 2021. Can you give more exact information on how this increased tax burden will improve the community? The messaging said this will supplement the 12% of the budget that is not personal, but doesn't specify amounts or what the costs are. And I know we have additional information on our website at hsd3.org. If this commenter would like to navigate to that, I think that there's a lot of additional information, but also please feel free to call the district office at 363-2280 tomorrow, and we'll be happy to get someone to answer questions.
Absolutely, thank you. So, perfect, yeah, and please do contact, and we will answer all the questions you want about it. So, cool, all right. Next one, requested to approve the Day of Awesomeness for Daly Elementary on June 1st. So, this has also been going on for a while, and open to everyone, a lot of stuff. Yes, so.
Kung Fu Panda.
Can I get a motion to approve the Day of Awesomeness?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, any other discussion? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Okay, next one is just some stuff all going on with school elections. So the first one is just talking about the election. Do you want me to go for it?
Yeah, so you got a few different things here, the resolution and then figuring out the language on the ballot. Kathy, if you want to jump in, you have a sample ballot with 2 sides, 2 versions of what this ballot would look like. So she used some of the old formatting, so don't be alarmed by that, just to see there. Kathy, got anything to add?
So Regina said that she didn't have time to mock it up. So the one side is last year's ballot, and I took that, and what she said was if the safety levy goes first, it will need to be in 3 columns. But if you put the technology levy first, then she can fit it on the column with the candidates. And so then it'll be 2 columns. So what I did was just take last year's and mock up what it would look like if you put the technology first, and so it's in
So we just
the,
have
in the
to-
2 columns.
So just have the other one in the third column to clarify, correct?
Right, so I think it would probably be you'd have the candidates in one, and then the safety, and then the technology would be in the 3rd column is what I would estimate.
Way better.
Is that it is, you know, it's up to you, but just so you
People
see
get to give
the,
up reading
see the
like
layout.
and then the second one's just gonna be ignored, they're gonna think it's all the same thing. If you put it in separate columns, at least you have a chance of people reading and answering separate. That's my opinion. I think it's just like one big run on the same thing.
Gotcha. So you want, your thought process is we have to keep this here, put one ballot issue here, basically one
Put
ballot
the
issue.
safety first and the technology second, and use all 3 columns, in my opinion.
Any other thoughts? I agree with that.
I like that too.
I would use the 3 columns.
Use your columns.
Is this the one you put here? Because I think people would be willing to read this and they won't read that.
It's possible. I mean, we've gone back and forth on, are people gonna be more interested in tech or more interested in safety? And I think we kind of all thought that safety is gonna have a higher probability of success, just because people like the idea of an SRO additional in the school, and maybe that's harder to turn down. Technology always feels like people like, I just want more stuff, which isn't the case, but again, it's just my opinion.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so easy peasy, so that could, any other thing to review, otherwise we'll just go on to the next one, which is the action on
Just the action on the resolution, because that's the actual wording, so choose one of that.
that. So yeah, in your packet, you'll have the resolution, and then we'll talk about format too, so, it just basically breaks down into, things, if there's any wording changes or anything like that, let us know right now. So before we do this, otherwise, if you're good with it, then can I get a motion to approve the, resolution adopting the ballot language?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, any other discussion? All right, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Okay, all those opposed say nay. All right, the next one is the format. So we kind of talked about the format being the 3 columns. Any concerns, any other comments before that? If not, can I get a motion to approve the format for the 3 columns?
So.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Any other discussion? All right, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. Okay.
Hey, can I break the rules real quick? Actually, I just want to ask something on the ballot. When we talk about, in both of them, we kind of give the 3 scenarios. 100,000 market value, $9.99, 83 cents a month. And we do 300, then we do 600. Is that required? It's not available to just say per 100,000 market value?
That's required by state.
That's what I
employment
thought, yes, that's all I wanted to clarify. It just seems so much cleaner just say per 100,000. I started adding all that stuff and people were like, oh, it's 83 cents plus $68 plus.
They were trying to change that again this year. They were trying to.
It's just, it's so silly.
So, anyways,
Okay, never mind, move on.
move on. Okay. Distribution of levy information. You want to go over that?
Yeah, I don't have anything new to add unless there are questions.
Any questions about how that's rolling?
So we have a sandwich board at each of the schools, right? And we have the website, you go on there, it's immediately the first thing you see. Yeah. And then we just give a phone number, people can call us, there any, like, not task force, but any, I mean, they just get in and talking to you.
Yeah, my hope is, yeah, honestly, the more people that I can
People
talk
ask
to.
us,
Yeah.
if you have any specific questions that I can't answer, go to the website, still got questions, call the district office and ask to talk to Dave or Christine.
And if, I would put this out there, if there are organizations that are willing to have me come in and talk, and love the opportunity to come and at least share the message of what we're doing here. And we will, that's part of what the team is doing is really trying to find and identify those outreach opportunities to go out and talk to people.
What of those have we identified so far?
Well, we have Kiwanis, Rotary, Lions Club.
Is there any PAC events between now and
We
then?
were gonna schedule some of those, yes.
I mean, like already, like the Bitterroot Performing Arts and stuff like that at the back?
We haven't scheduled it yet, but we plan to. Yeah, for sure.
And we do have voter registration, tables at the open houses for parents, the conference nights, with the flyers available as well. So we hopefully will get a lot of people coming in and out for that type of event.
And then the postcard will go out. Yeah, and there are flyers at all of the schools for parent-teacher conferences tonight too, for people to pick those up. Yeah. Perfect.
Moving along. Yeah, yeah, and anybody has any more thought processes, obviously get in touch with Dave,
Please do.
and any other thought processes and stuff like that. So, cool, all right, any other comments, questions? All right, keep on rolling. All right, 7 we're not doing, so next one is the approval for the out-of-state travel for the Hyatt, the 8th, the state waiting time, science elevation, and it is not to UCLA. You were very upset that we said UCLA. To USC in Los Angeles, May 19th through 24th. Can I get a motion to approve their travel?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, any other discussion? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. All right. Next one is what Mr. Dennis talked about. Go ahead.
Yeah, just the approval to participate in the residency program. You know, the part of this is that we will look for matches for our district as well. So it's not that we have to take candidates, we get to interview and see if we have a good match. So it's a good process. So I recommend the approval of that.
So, yeah, I think the cost to us is basically, I think, travel costs.
Travel costs, and there's a little bit of payroll that would have to, but largely funded by the state. So for a student teacher, they're getting their tuition waived, they're getting a $1,400 stipend, and they're getting a little bit from the district that they are the resident in. OPI pays the stipend, OPI pays the mentor stipend. So it's a good deal for a student, and I think it's a good deal for districts in terms of potentially finding new candidates for positions in our district.
Does this add another year to their education?
They started earlier, so they still are taking classes, so they haven't gotten to the point in their teacher training where they are free to just do their student teaching, so they might have 3 or 4 classes left that year or that semester, and then their student teaching, so they have to be late in the game, or at least through most of their coursework, but we'll have a few classes left to take.
Are they in school a full day?
They will be with us based on the school calendar, so they will be with us. We are going to have to grant them a day a week so that they can do their classes, but the rest of the time they're working for us. We're working for the mentor.
Perfect. Any more questions? Cool
I
program.
guess the goal would be to have those student teachers then apply for positions in our district. They basically like a job application / training /
For sure, it would honestly give us the opportunity to work with somebody for a year and almost, have a bit of a tryout. And I think the mentoring and the year-long exposure to what an entire school, because there's a rhythm to the whole thing, and getting to participate in the entire setup, all of that is, I think it's a good thing, and I think there's a lot to be learned in a full year of residency versus
I would have loved the program because my student teaching was a joke.
It's hard.
Yeah. It was 6 weeks with no mentor teacher.
Yeah, this is good.
It doesn't sound like student teaching.
No, it doesn't.
It sounds like a free teaching.
That's right.
Oh.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
Or maybe you could pay tuition.
So,
Oh, it's better than free teaching. You have to pay for it.
perfect, all right. Do you want a motion to approve it? There we go, we got a motion for approval. So, can I get a second?
Second.
Excellent.
Mike likes it, I love it.
All right, any other discussion? All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. All right, Next one is recommendation to adopt the resolution to oppose the increase in non-vendor levies for 26-27. So this is our announcement basically about non-voter levies. We have to do this per legislature. So we have to, every March, we have to put this out. We do not actually approve the non-voter levies until later. So until October.
This is a projection, an anticipation of what those levies will look like.
We try to get close, but sometimes it changes. So you want to go through the.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to my table here, because I got some lights on there.
I did those.
No, it's fine. So you can see with this, below the chart are some descriptions of, where we are asking for an increase. So adult education levy to, expand our current class offerings and to make sure that we have class locations for those new courses. Tuition fund is based on our out of district and special education costs and projecting that. The permissive levy, we had some unused deferred maintenance funds, but there's some money there. So you can see that there are a few increases, but there are several decreases. Ideally, we would be decreasing enough to cover the cost of the levies that we're asking for. It's not quite there. I think there is right about a $30 difference between those two, but there is a decrease in the number of mills overall from this.
Questions on what you're seeing, on any of the funds or anything like that? Answer on any of those kind of things. So. No? All good? All right, so can I get a motion to adopt this resolution of intent to impose an increase in non-voting levies or decrease from non-voting levies?
Yeah.
So it's a weird
Increase to decrease.
Yeah. So, can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, any other discussion? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Okay, next one is the approval of the certified apprenticeship standards for construction technology with the Department of Labor and Industry.
You know, this is work that Ryan and Marlon have done, so if you want to talk about this.
And Mr. Hafley has really helped with this as well. We're pretty excited about this. This is, a pre-apprenticeship opportunity that we can offer directly through our curriculum. This is, students would apply for this and they would fill out paperwork similar to dual enrollment to be in the pre-apprenticeship, and then the DLI would give them a pre-apprenticeship certificate as they complete, and they would also be awarded the credit hours as determined by Department of Labor and Industry that would go toward those future ready payments, CTE equivalency credits. So this is how we ensure that these classes count and these hours count as CTE equivalency credits. So one, our students will then get credit for those, and we will get the additional future ready payments if they add up to the 15 total. This specific pre-apprenticeship pathway, we don't know exactly how many hours they're going to give us until April when the DLI pushes out their document that outlines CTE equivalency credits for every different pre-apprenticeship and opportunity they oversee. I'm guessing it's going to be around 12 because that's what they've given to the other schools that have similar documents in place. On the student side, you see a spot here. There is a spot where we can edit at any time. Really, we just would have to go back through the process and resubmit, where we can get partners on board that agree to give students one. I think the biggest thing would be if there is a registered apprenticeship with the state of Montana, and our partner chooses to honor this, these hours would then count towards the apprenticeship. So in the construction trades world, where this one is most applicable to, they don't require apprenticeship at the state level. So an agreement that would be really preferable would be like preferential interview, preferential job notice, and you see later on in the agenda, membership to the BBIA. We're already talking with the BBIA about kind of having a blanket policy in place, agreement in place where students that go through these pre-apprenticeships kind of get that first notice would be the hope there. We could expand these into the other departments. You got welding, you got culinary, business. And I'm looking at how to use some online curriculum to expand it directly out of the charter, targeting specific partnerships. So it might be only one kid that would get a pre-apprenticeship, but maybe a pre-apprenticeship that directly goes to plumbing. And we have some online curriculum that might support that if we can get a partner that will take the student for the on-the-job training hours. They make you differentiate classroom instruction and on-the-job training. So if you look at the document, you can see that the amount of hours estimated in the pre-apprenticeship is separated into those two categories. And in this case, this is up to the amount of hours. We can award students if they say don't complete an internship, but they get through every other class, we would just not count those 135 hours. And so the Department of Labor is on board to come down, help us onboard these kids, communicate this out to families on how it's going to work. And it is a work in progress. There's anticipated changes, I would say, over the years to come with how we do this and how it gets documented into the campus for the future ready payments. And some of those things are still question marks, but I think this positions us well to create additional pre-apprenticeship pathways and kind of when they make changes, and hopefully it'll be a little more seamless.
Fantastic. No, I think it looks great, and for businesses like Tim's and stuff like that, I mean, to get OSHA 10 and all those things knocked off pretty quickly and not having you have to pay for them, it's a huge thing, right? So I think it's a big deal, and so I think that these are great pathways. So
Cool. Any other discussion? All right. If not, can I get a motion to approve the certified pre-apprenticeship standards for construction technology with DL and I? Can I get a second?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other discussion? All right. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. Cool. All right. You did an update. We're not doing two, but approval of membership in the BBIA, which is what we're talking about right here. So.
Yeah. So I think this kind of came from looking for additional safety training opportunities for students. And in talking to, I did start with Jeff Wolf at MASA and then kind of working my way around, I kind of met Monty Jensen, who runs the Montana Building Industry Association grip safety trainings, and he recommended that we apply to become members of the BBIA, and that would provide us access to his grip safety trainings for free. And so I was specifically looking to get kids experience with forklift training. This also provides OSHA 10, it provides ladder, scaffolding, and stairs. He was willing to do it if he had the time for $50 a student. And if you add it up over the year, and we're looking at allowing Bitterroot Polytech students and Hamilton High School students access to this, rather than say scheduling one big one, we can send them as it fits their schedule and make them aware of it, just like the contractors are made aware locally. And the caveat is that those guys still kind of get preference on filling up, right? Like our students don't get to just fill the thing up and then a business is out of luck. Like we understand that's the pecking order, I suppose. But we're paying a yearly membership fee. I'm giving the Builders Breakfast presentation on April 23rd in the morning to talk about this pre-apprenticeship agreement, to try to explain a little bit more what we're trying to do. And I think in addition to the grip safety training opportunities that it provides, it also provides great networking, and I get to be now a seat at the table with those meetings and just get to participate in a way that I think is going to really help us network and improve the possibility of placing students in the field, and just an awareness of what we're trying to do and what we are doing in the direction we're heading.
Seems smart. I like it. So, any questions, concerns?
All right. If not, can I get a motion to approve this membership in the BBIA? Can I get a second? Sure. Any other comments? All right. All, if you're in favor, say aye. Aye. If you're opposed, say nay. All right. And then this is the approval of the initial charter contract with the Board of Education.
So that's also in your board packet, so go through that one.
So the contract is kind of a new thing, right, Ryan?
Well, there's a few adjustments to language, I think, around financial reporting and auditing, but it's legal requirement that we just sign this by March 13th and then return it. So yeah, we signed a contract before, correct, Christine?
We did, and
Yeah.
there really are just a few housekeeping issues. A couple of the things that I think the reasons that they're offering, the requirements to do this again don't apply to us.
Right.
So,
Any comments, anything like that? Can I get a motion to approve the public charter contract with the board? So moved, can I get a second? Okay, any other discussion? All right, all those in favor say aye. All those opposed, say nay. All right, we're all done. Next board meeting, April 7th. Let's right after spring break, right? So. There we go. Fantastic. All right, thanks everyone.